Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about spring practices opening up today. Listen, it's about to be straight up go time. All these position battles that we've been talking about, we've been going through, and I'll do the last one today, which is the offensive line. But listen, it is about to be go time. No more trying to figure out who's going to play what, who's going to win which position battle. We'll probably see this thing unfold week to week basis. Of course, you guys know we will report whatever information that we get. But these guys are about to go, man. So we're going to talk about that. And if you guys hadn't watched it, I was on yesterday, Sunday, with USC cornerback, one that transferred from Mississippi State, DeCarlos Nicholson. I was on with him and a couple of guys that he's friends with. All these guys are D1 athletes. One at Jackson State played quarterback. One at Southern Miss played receiver, and then another one that played basketball. But I was on there. Go back and watch that podcast. They got a podcast coming out called The Narrow Disciple. So you guys take a look at that. But check this out. We want to talk about Ryder Lyons. That last name sounds very familiar. It's very, very familiar because it is Walker Lyons' brother. We want to talk about him and why I think USC absolutely needs to go extremely hard after him. Listen, the more I watch his film, and we're getting ready to take a look at this, the more impressed I am with Ryder Lyons. We're going to take a look at some information because right now, when you look at his skill set, they got him as a dual threat quarterback, and rightfully so. Listen, the kid is an absolute monster, and he just got his 5th star yesterday. He was a 4-star prospect, and he's standing at 6'2.5". Some have him at 6'3", 210 pounds. He's actually, I'm gonna show you guys something before I show you this film. He's actually projected right now to come to USC. And why, this is more so of the reason why we don't need to take our foot off the gas as it relates to Ryder Lyons. Right now, you see Sean Scott as well, outside linebacker. He's projected to come to us as well. So these are 2 big-time recruits in the state, and USC is in the mix. And USC is literally, all they have to do is just lock, seal, and deliver this thing. We already have his brother. But let's talk about his film real quick and see exactly who Ryder Lyons is, because this kid, when I tell you I haven't seen a skill set like his in a while, I think he kind of reminds me, you guys could tell me, I think he reminds me of a Jackson Dart, but faster. This kid is a real dual threat quarterback, and he has a twitchiness about him. You guys can see it here. Watch him when he rolls out the pocket, the quick twitch that he has. He's able to move and groove and able to throw on a run like, a lot of quarterbacks don't have. Here it is right here. Watch this twitchiness about him. But he's able to gunsling it on the run, and he's very, very accurate. And we'll talk about some of his numbers, man, because the kid absolutely had a phenomenal year. And I love what I see from Ryder Lyons and, the fact that he's able to throw to his brother. But here's another thing we got to consider. He's a 2026 prospect. And you guys know Julian Lewis reclassified to the 2025 class. Now, he's probably going to have to go on a mission in the same way as his brother did. And so that will put him back at the 2027. Even though he's coming out 26, we probably won't see him. He'll miss the 2026, and we probably won't see him to the 2027. So with that being said, this is even more so why, because you're talking about if Julian Lewis still keeps that commitment, he'll already been in the system a couple of years before Ryder Lyons even gets there. And this is even more so why I think that a guy like Ryder Lyons is an absolute must get. But Ryder Lyons, he led Folsom this year, the 2023 season, to a 13-2 record, and this was his first year as a starter. He had 3 fourth-quarter championship winning drives against Oak Ridge and SAC, which was the section Division I final. And this kid also had a big time game against Pittsburgh in the CIF 1A regional final against St. Bonaventure in the CIF 1A state bowl game. He completed 259 of 381 passing yards attempts, and that was a 68% completion percentage. He threw for 3,578 yards with 38 TDs and 8 INTs. He also carried the ball for 26 times for 929 yards, which was a 4.1 yards per average and 23 TDs. Listen, this kid is an absolute must get. A kid like this, we can't. I mean, it's not even a question. Lincoln Riley has to secure Ryder Lyons, excuse me, Ryder Lyons commitment. This kid has way too much talent. He fits the scheme to a all the way to a T. And so you guys already know. I think we will. And as I stated, he is Walker Lyons' brother, man. So you guys can drop those comments in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think about Ryder Lyons. You guys see the twitchiness. You see how he throws those balls on the dime. And I'm gonna tell you this: when you look at him at 6'3", 6'2.5", 6'3", you got to believe that Ryder Lyons is going to get taller. I mean, this is absolutely, he's only a sophomore. He did all this his sophomore year. So, you got to think maybe 2 more inches. He might get to about 6'5". Wow. Well, he'll be very, very dangerous at that point, man. So you guys can drop those comments in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. That is Ryder Lyons. And as I stated, he is projected now to come to USC. We want to keep that thing intact and make sure we're able to have him moving and grooving, man. Now, I want to real quick, we know the spring starts today. I want to just kind of touch on something real quick, and that is the offensive line. What I think is going to happen, how do I think this thing is going to project out. I think more than any position right now, I think, because you guys know I did all the defensive upgrades, defensive battles that are taking place. We even talked about the quarterback battle. I talked about the receiver room. I talked about the running back room. I talked about the linebackers. We talked about the safeties, how, you can't count out Zion Branch. You can't count out a lot of guys that are, I mean, that room is stacked. I think we didn't cover the cornerbacks, but, we can kind of project that out a little better than the safety room. The safety room was absolutely stacked up. And I may end up doing the cornerbacks, but I want to cover the offensive line. I think the cornerbacks and the offensive line is the only ones I didn't cover yet. And I kind of want to talk about those. And I think the offensive line will be easier to project out because you guys notice at the end of the year, even early on in the year, we had guys like Elani Noah coming in as a freshman. And I was told just the other day that Elani Noah looks ridiculous. He he picked up more weight. He's getting bigger, stronger, faster. I was just told that. And this was by somebody close to the program. So I'm telling you right now, Elani Noah, man, watch out for him. But here's how I'm gonna project it out though. When you look at it, I really believe with a guy like Elijah Page when he was coming on at the end of the year, especially what he did against Louisville, how strong he looked, how strong he played. I really believe I'm projecting him out that he might be a possible starter. Now, you guys say, Jay, why are you projecting these guys out? Because I think this is different. I think our offense had a lot of success last year. Now, did our offensive line have a lot of success? Not necessarily, but at the end of the year, you can kind of see pieces coming a lot more together. We don't have a whole lot of outside pieces that are coming in opposed to the defensive line. Everything seems to be getting mixed up. This is where we're seeing most of the changes right now. Of course, Eric Henderson, Ants, all these guys need to make proper evaluation. You still got the same guy pretty much as Henson right there covering these guys for the offensive line. So I think this is a little bit easier, in my opinion, to project out opposed to the defense. The defensive side, it's just like open season. It's going to be major competition. It's going to be competition on the offensive side as well, but it's just different to me, the way I look at it from the defensive side. You're talking about a whole overhaul. We kind of have some things in place, some guys that started last year, some guys that played. So I'm looking at Elijah Page possibly being a starter as at the left tackle position. And I think Jonah Monheim, and I'm going to tell you why. I think Jonah Monheim will be, the backup. I know that sounds crazy, but you guys will see why. And then when you look at it, I think left guard will pick up. He started some games last year. Emmanuel Pregnant, I really believe that he will be the guy. Possibly Alani Noah or Gino Quinones coming in there. backing him up. I don't know who's going to be the backup, but I think Alani Noah, coincidentally, I think while you see Emmanuel Pregnon becoming the left guard starter, I think Alani Noah could be the right guard starter. That's how monstrous I think he is at center. I think right now we didn't go get one in the portal. I think that I told you guys I'm very high on guys like Jason Xandamiller who came in, came in and he's working, and I think he can be a backup. But I think you want to have somebody that's secure, somebody that's versatile, somebody that can make it happen. So I think somebody like Jonah Monheim will be in there, and Jason Xandamiller, he will possibly be the backup. I'm not sure yet. Michael Benuelas, once he get well, hopefully he'll be together. Hopefully in the fall once he recovers. And so you got other ones as well. You got Killian O'Connor that could possibly be the center as well. So right guard, I told you, is already going to be Alani Noah. So those are going to be the guys right there. And I think you're going to see guys like possibly Amos Talela. He may be a backup as well as at the right guard position. And then Gino Quanaz as well. So, you guys could talk back to me. Let me know what you guys think. The right tackle position, I believe right now, as is, could possibly be a guy like Mason Murphy. He has experience from last year as well. And so that is the projection I'm believing for the offensive line. Nothing's locked, still, and delivered. These guys are going to battle it out, just like they had to battle it out when Cortland Ford was here and the transfer from Virginia. His name slipping my mind right now. But this is the way I think it's going to look. So you guys can drop those comments, man. It starts today. So my opinion of what I think is just only my opinion, my observation, what I think it could possibly look like. So you guys can drop those comments in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. But USC, I think they look better than what I think a lot of people think at the offensive line. Do we still want somebody? We still want maybe a veteran to come in at the offensive line just to have a little bit of a security blanket, man. So you guys can drop those comments in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. But then I want you guys to tell me what you guys thinking about Ryder Lyons. Absolute monster, absolute beast. Hit me in the comments. You guys let me know what you think. Until later on, listen, I'm out of here. Everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.